I played a season with a torn meniscus. It hurts so bad. It just catches. It just catches out of nowhere. Like when you're walking up steps, it'll just be like, butcher knife to the knee. It's like, oh my God. And then in the middle of the game, sometimes you're jogging out. Now, Toradol obviously helps out a lot, but every once in a while you just get like, oh my God. So I'm happy I didn't play a position where I had to run. Also, I played a season with a dislocated kneecap. No big deal.
What's going on?
Yeah,
You're a puncher of the decade, I'm pretty sure.
With torn meniscus one season.
Hey, was it dislocated at all times, or would it pop out?
No, it was out. It popped out and it stayed out, and it just was sitting out there on the side of my fucking knee, I guess. Wow. It hurt so bad. I had no idea why it hurt so bad. But I'm somebody who, like, I have to have reps in practice. If I don't have reps in practice, I didn't feel comfortable in the game. So they were like, maybe you just don't kick as much during the week. I'm like, I have to. Like, if I don't feel like I don't have enough confidence in the game. I would kick during the practice. I would immediately go into the locker room or whatever, get showered. I'd get a bunch of ice, and they'd like look at it. And they wanted to get an MRI early in the season, but I didn't want to know because I was on my way to a Pro Bowl or whatever. So I was like, I don't want to know what it is. Let's just keep it moving or whatever. I wouldn't be able to walk at home at nights that I would kick. It would just, my knee would swell up. I'd just be laying there, and I would be going through my head like, punter's the easiest fucking position in football. I can't even walk right now. I'm 30 years old. I'm 29 years old. I can't even walk around my house. And then Sundays it would be the same exact thing or whatever. And then I heard like Patrick Mahomes got it done, and they're like, he's going to come back and play or whatever. That like bounced out and went back in. If that thing stays out there, if somebody can play through that, I am amazed by. And I was very lucky to play a position that didn't involve a lot of moving. I will tell you that. I just had to go stand back there and bomb some balls. What were some things in your knees you played through? Was it just standard meniscus and cartilage and things like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, my senior year in high school, when I was the punter, I faked a punt, tore my PCL my first game. So once you tear your PCL, your knee, how it sits in there, just grinds away your cartilage. So then I got scoped every year for the next 5 years in the off season.
Yeah,
I was just chunking cartilage off every practice, basically.
Hey, how about them pulling that cartilage out? By the way, they had a piece got pulled out of my knee that was like that big or whatever. And it seemed small. It was sitting in this little cup. Like, I came back to it or whatever. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? And the doctor's like, all right, this is what we did. We slid your kneecap over. We had to build back up the groove that you busted out whenever you're kneeing in there. So your kneecap should be able to stay there. Oh, and also, and he like pulls it out of his back like a fucking magic trick.
Check this out.
We pulled this thing out of there, and it was like the size of like it was like marble, maybe a little bit smaller than a marble size. He was like, this was just floating around in your knee. Did you ever feel anything catching it? I'm like, yeah, like every fucking day. He was like, it's probably this. We got it or whatever. Great news. Thank you so much. Good job, I appreciate that, man. That was very nice of you. But there's no real standard procedure. Like those, even if you scope, that's still like a 3-week, 4-week thing where you have to rebuild things back up. So it's not like it's just like go in, come back out next week.
It also depends how much they took out and where, like what cartilage it was. Inside, was it the cartilage that lines like your knee and the bone? Like when you start chipping away that cartilage that lines your bone, I forget what it's called. I don't know exactly, but that's the bad thing. Yeah, I got a big chunk of that taken out in a big chunk, not in surgery taken out, but it happened just in an injury during spring ball actually, where I started wearing that cartilage away. So that's when it's bad when that happens. I was only 19 at the time too.
How good does your knee feel though after they take out that cartilage? It's like whenever you put a block in like a door to like keep it open, you know what I mean? And then you just like pull that block out and your leg's just like flowing. It's like, oh my God, my fucking knee can bend. Is this what it's supposed to be like? Because every single day you walk in like every step out of nowhere, it would just be like you just go down. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like, oh, there's actually there's a pinball game happening inside your knee with cartilage where it's just like